1, live. Perfect. And we start already laughing. Okay, this is great. Hey there. Hi, everyone. Hello, Kartik, Devesh, Kartik again. Yes, it's Grinch, my old video. I'm pinned my first interview. Let me see. We have here Paul. Good morning, everyone. Good Paul. Good morning, Paul. Okay, so tell me if the audio is correct. It should work. Today is really a special show. Kartik, hello again. Perfect. So today is really a special event because I will have here my friend Yuri from Korea. She's a JavaScript developer. She has basically hacked Twitter, so it's super strange. And and I really want to know about her story and about her Twitter journey. So basically, this is why we are here today. I don't know if there is some problem with the camera, but let's see. My sister, audio is clear. Let's see. Hello. Okay. This should work. Just maybe you should you can just stop your YouTube live stream because maybe it's eating some band. Okay, perfect. So let's see. Yuri OP. Okay, this is great. This is amazing. Okay, so I think that we can just get started. So Yuri is from Korea. I think that I don't have many friends and connections from Korea. I think you are maybe the only one. So this is strange. I think I'll make a question about this. By the way, this is not our first call, but she is still nervous, of course.
I think this is our third call.
Wow. No. Yeah. Yes. Right. It's the third call. Yeah. But usually it gets a little bit better. So, by the way, if you are here, we are doing this live stream to give everyone the opportunity to make the comments and ask some questions to Yuri. And of course, so I don't have to edit the video, but that's another story. Let's start. So, Yuri, the first questions, by the way, I got some questions directly from Mina. Thank you so much. I'll use some of them and I'll make some of my own. Hey, Anya. Hey there. Anya has been my 14th interview. I want to make an episode 2 with her. She's super friendly. Check her. She's really amazing. Okay, so Yuri, let's start from the why. So you have chosen this path in development. So why have you chosen this path, and when have you chosen this path in STEM and CS particularly? Thank you.
Okay. So I actually started with HTML like in 2012 because I had a Tumblr account, but I didn't start to take it seriously until December of last year. So I think like 9 months ago. And the reason I changed was actually super random. I was in YouTube. And there was this CS video, this software engineer video that was on my feed like for the longest time. And that shit was annoying me. So I was like, you know what? I'll just watch this video just to get it out of my feed. And I watched it and instantly I've been, into coding ever since. It was super random. I was not expecting it at all.
This is strange. I think this is also something. Also me too. I've started to coding I've not been introduced by anyone. Basically, so now we are here by accident. So this is our story.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. And if you have any questions, of course, we are here to answer you. So I made a Twitter space on Tuesday. So it was yesterday, yes. About women in tech. So I think that you also have been there. Maybe not as a guest speaker, but you listen to that. I need to still upload the podcast. Sorry for that. I've been busy. So now I make this question to you. So as a woman in tech, what challenges have you faced? Can you share your experience? Because I've heard really some crazy stories and experiences, but I'd like to listen this directly from you. Let's see. Watching attentively.
Okay. So I mean, ever since I kind of grew on Twitter, I've been getting like DMs, like I love you DMs, and like please talk to me or something, marry me and stuff. But I guess that doesn't really bother me that much because you can just ignore it or block it or just not read it. But what bothers me is that I've worked really hard ever since I've been on Twitter, even though it's super short. It's been like 2 weeks, but I've been working super hard to interact with people, engage with people. But there's some like people that tell me like, oh, you just got followers because of your picture. And that should drive me nuts. But like, it's not, a big deal. I haven't been in the industry. I know some women are like working and they get not promoted because, what they said yesterday, that diversity hire thing. I have not experienced that. So, it's not that big of a deal for me, I guess.
Yeah, but I think that if someone wants to attack you, they will find some ways. You are too fat, too ugly. You are a woman. You are too short. So you will find some ways to judge everyone. So yeah, but okay, there's a mosquito. Okay, let's see. Is she a bot or not? Tony Stark.
I think Anya asked something. She asked, what do you think?
What do you think social media apps should be doing to stop harassment and hate messages? This is really a great question, Anya. Thank you so much.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure if that can be regulated because it's the internet. But, there's block buttons and there's report buttons. So we could use that. I feel like if it's too, I guess, like too restricted, some people wouldn't be able to put certain content out there. So I guess that, report or block them. That's the most you can do right now, unfortunately.
Yeah. I think it's I think it's this problem is very hard because I think that social media they have like a conflict of interest because they want a lot of the most of a number of interactions, but they should block some types of interaction. Maybe it's hard, but thank you for trying to answer to this. This was very a hard question.
Hard
question.
I'm like shaking.
Yes. So Sagnik says Yuri gives 6-7 hours every day to Twitter, but so can you reply to this? Is this true or not?
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, but I think let me say something. Hey there, Hedy Jawu days in the house. I think that you can also stay 12 hours on Twitter, but if you just lurk and scroll, this is not enough. So I've said that, maybe if you have a lot of followers, it means that you are staying some hours on Twitter. Of course, you need to be there. Like if you want to get noticed, you need to go out and expose yourself for a number of hours. Of course, you need to make, like a tour. If you are a musician, you need to get out. But I think it's not only that. It's also how have you done this? So maybe now we will get into maybe the most interesting part, maybe why some people are here, why you had this kind of, let's say, problems, because I think that you had like a very bad or a very good timing to choose to join Twitter, because just a couple of weeks before there was like a witch hunt for fake accounts. So probably in the beginning, some people were just thinking that you were like fake. So So yes, other questions, but so can you tell us, for example, about your Twitter journey? I can say that I'm shocked because I think that you are the fastest grown account that I've ever talked with. Because usually when you download, I downloaded Twitter in 2013, and for 6 years I've not posted almost nothing. I made I think all the possible mistakes that you usually say, like if you want to grow, don't do this. So I basically did all of the mistakes. I think that one of the great strengths of your account, I've checked the timeline, is that you did almost everything good since the beginning. So, for example, I don't even know if you had another Twitter account in the past.
No.
So how have you done this? How have you hacked Twitter?
Okay. First of all, I didn't hack it. I was just studying it, I guess, because I was not on social media for like over 2 years. I was not on Instagram, not on Twitter. I didn't know, what the heck Twitter did. So I spent a good 2-3 days studying what people in tech Twitter upload and what they talk about. Yeah, pretty much who they follow, stuff like that. So I was looking at that for like 3 days constantly. And then I made my first post. It was about open source. Actually, I saw many people, they were uploading like, resources to, I don't know, online IDEs, stuff like that, like to learn JavaScript or stuff like that. But I kind of wanted to have like a different approach. I wanted kind of like to write tutorials or to teach people, because personally I was struggling so much. So that was my goal. So my first post was about open source. And at that moment, I was struggling with open source so much. I couldn't find a project. So I made it about that. And that just blew up. It had like 800 likes overnight. And that's how it started. Yeah.
Yeah, by the way, I think we have the master of open source, Eddie, in the comments. GitHub starts 2019. So, yeah, it's really amazing to have you here. So, yeah, because I think I can't even remember my first Twitter post. It was, I think, something very bad, something like that. So, I really like your approach that you have watched, but not like for 3 months, just for a couple of days. And then you started. So I love this approach, to be honest, because after a while you need to get started in some ways.
Yeah.
You can't just watch. But I think in your way, in your case, it's almost perfect. Maybe a week or some days. So you made the first post, and then what happened? Because I'm super curious. I haven't made this question. So
know what happened.
yeah, more or less, but I don't know exactly. For example, if you expected something like this, because if you have watched other accounts, maybe you have an idea on how many likes you get when you get started, by the number of followers. Maybe you have seen. Maybe you had an idea, like, I don't know, this post will get 30 likes, 20 likes. Instead, I don't know how many it get.
Oh, okay. Honestly, I was not expecting it at all. I'm still shocked at how many people follow me and like my stuff and engage with me. But at first, I was not expecting anything at all, because the reason I joined Twitter, oh my God, this is so funny. The reason I joined Twitter is because I was so mad at MDN, at freaking MDN, because I couldn't understand their documentation. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna actually start Twitter and post like easy versions for beginner friendly stuff so beginners could understand. And I was actually really mad. So I was like, I didn't care about followers, I didn't care about likes. I was just like, you know what, I'm putting this out there for me and for other people, whoever sees this. And that's how it started.
Yeah, this is a way better version than mine, because I use Twitter just to promote an application. So you started really with the right foot, I think. So this is great. I see that we have a lot of questions. So let's start from the first one. I'll try to don't lose anything. So Martin, you already want to know the end of the story. So you can make maybe a short version of this, and then we can explain more in the future. So what are your plans for the future?
I actually don't know. It sounds kind of stupid, but I have not really thought about it, because I'm not job searching right now. I'm just learning it because I like it and I'm taking my time. So, as of right now, I'm just learning. I mean, hopefully I'll get a job, but, I'm not rushing anything. I haven't really thought that far.
Perfect. But I don't think it's a good idea to always have super long plan, because basically our plans, they change every day,
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
2 days.
For sure.
Perfect. I think this was a question that I wanted to make. Thank you, Timo. How did you manage to get so many people engaged on your content? So how have you managed this? If you managed this?
I think it's because I engage with people a lot. I've been on Twitter like 3 weeks, and I've seen people with big followings, but they don't get much engagement because they don't engage with their followers. But I started doing that. I started engaging with people from the start because I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, there are people commenting on my posts. Like, who the fuck am I? And I would just start talking to them, like, what do you do? I started DMing people. Actually, I think I DM'd like the first 400 people that followed me, and we talked about like their GitHub and their projects.
I think this is great. This is not something that usually people do. For example, I also send usually some DMs, not every time, but when I get some new connection. Also, I think I made send I think like 300 or 400 Merry Christmas messages, something like that. Sometimes I do something like crazy. So maybe this could be something, because you basically have worked on creating stronger connections from the beginning, since the beginning.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, but this is not something from granted. I think a lot of people in the beginning, they just try to find a way, posting something, I don't know, like super advanced. So I think that you relied on people. So yeah, so this
I was
could
super
be
genuine though. Yeah, it was super genuine because I actually wanted to know like people and get to know them and know what they're doing, because I had like no connections. I didn't know if I was taking the right path. I didn't know if I was learning the right things. So I was just, asking them like, what are you doing? If I'm keeping up with the latest technologies and stuff like that. So it was super genuine. Hi.
Perfect. I see Savas. See her personality to give her a boost. I see a lot of comments. Yeah, Ganesh. Humor and personality is everything. Hey, Kaiwalia. Hey, Adjouda. I remember 100 posts every day. So you make 100 tweets every day?
I think most of my
Tweets and
tweets are
comments.
just replying to people. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I had to be here from Twitter just because I wanted to die. It's never a good idea to read this comment while you are drinking. Hope you will get the reference. Perfect. Yeah.
It worked. It worked. We got people to come.
Perfect. Twitter need more mentor like Yuri to help beginners. It's actually very helpful.
Oh, actually, I want to say something about this.
Yeah.
About this. Actually, all the stuff I post, the tutorials or the trivias, are things I'm confused about. I don't know this 100%. So I'm still on my learning journey, and I write tutorials and trivias. I have help in my trivia sometimes, but I write them about stuff I don't know. So I learn at the same time I'm writing these. So I think that I really do have like a beginner's point of view, I guess, because I'm learning it as I'm doing it. So
yeah. Thank you for this, because I think I say this, I think, almost every day, that you don't need to be a super expert to put out content. So thank you for being a living example, a living proof of this. Also, thank you because you are very humble. But to create content, it takes time. It's not that someone so I wanted to make this question, but maybe I know the answer. So do you have, for example, a team, someone working for you, or not?
No.
Or it's just you?
No. I don't. Okay, first of all, I'm broke. I don't have money to pay people to work for me. But
there is a link. There is a link for buy her a coffee, by the way, in the description. Consider that, please.
Okay, so no, I'm managing my Twitter account by myself, and I write content by myself. But sometimes I get stuck in trivias. I've spent 5 hours on writing a trivia, like every day. So I asked my friend for help. Like, do you have an idea? We could do this, we could do that, and yeah, sometimes I get help. Sometimes I write them myself.
Wow, this is a lot of effort. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I understand because maybe sometimes people don't get how much time there is behind maybe just a post,
Oh
maybe, and
yeah.
maybe you also may make a type or something like that, but there is always a lot of work behind that. So.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, one of my favorite segments of Yuri is her tech trivia time. By the way, I really like this acronym TTT. Uh,
Me too.
it's great that people recognize you for something. So, for example, another
Mm-hmm.
tip that I give to people: try to be recognized for something. So, give people a reason to follow you. So, for example, Sayan and a lot of other people, they follow you for this reason. So, how do you prepare questions? So, I think that you were already explaining pretty as it requires a lot of preparation. So basically, you had just answered this. We
Five
have another
hours.
question from Sayan. Is Sayan your name? Also, how do you work out the work-life balance, seeing you being very active on Twitter? Mm.
I don't know. I don't know still. I to actually when I started being active on Twitter like last week, but last week um I gave myself time off the whole week. So I had nothing to do, no tasks to do the whole week, just Twitter and programming. I didn't do anything related to programming. I was just writing content. But yeah, now I'm actually doing my stuff. I have to do school stuff. I have to do assignments, and it's really bad. It's going terrible. I have no control of like self time management right now, so I'm trying to find out as well how to balance this Twitter stuff.
Yeah, but I think I don't know, it's like when you start working out or you start a diet or you start something new. So I think in the very beginning, if you want to stand out, you need to dedicate more time to that. And I think
Yeah.
that after a while, you will get more used. You will decide what you want, what works, what doesn't work. In your case, a lot of things they work, so you need to decide, of
Mm-hmm.
course. But yeah, so I think it's so. I always talk about priorities. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kartik, are you still there? What role can male team members play to best support their female, their woman in the business and tech world? What can we do, basically?
Okay, to be completely honest, I am ignorant about this because I have no work experience and I don't know if I can answer this like accurately, but in my mind right now, it's just don't be demeaning because I feel like a lot of some guys in tech so far have been speaking with a, dismissive tone, and that actually is very frustrating as a woman for me and for other females. So I think that's something guys should watch out for, like what they say.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure about the other stuff, honestly.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
basically, we're saying, okay, if you really don't want to support, at least don't hurt them, which is
Yeah.
basically,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think, a golden rule. I think something I think I read from the Dalai Lama, something like that. I hate hackers. Wow, great. We have so many questions. I think we will not read them all.
Really?
I think there are need of special platforms for programmers. So do you think do we need some new social media? By the way, stop! Don't start coding. Let's read this question first, because when we read something, we start coding and creating a new project. So first of all, let's read. Need of special platform for programmers. What do you think?
I know there's some. I know there's Polywork and that Showcase HQ or Ravin is doing. I think they're pretty good ideas, honestly. I also like Hashnote a lot because it's like developer focused. So I really like that. I think it gives people the chance to, I guess, only focus on tech instead of like branching off to other stuff. So yeah, I think it's a good idea actually.
Yeah, why not? And now, yeah. By the way, I always need another social media. At least one per day. I need to download a new social media. I really need that. Pratik, what do you actually do? I mean, you are learning, okay. Have you graduated or still graduating? Also, what would you recommend a young student who will join engineer this year?
A head start, okay. I'm actually a student. I'm a student in a non-related field. I don't study CS. I don't study anything tech related. And I'm doing school and studying to program at the same time. I do programming by myself. Also, I think that after studying programming, I might go to school for CS. So I think that if you're joining engineering, you might want to, have a head start on learning some of the things you're going to learn at school so you're not too stressed. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to learn a little bit before I go to school for CS. But yeah, you should, at least skim, at least know what you're getting into. I didn't know what I was getting into in my major. So now I'm hating it. So you should at least, skim through a book or something. Yeah. So you're sure, 100% sure that's what you want to do, because you're wasting 4 years and a lot of money. So, yeah.
I think it's also the value that you want to give to that. If you do, I think I have a computer science degree, but if you do a computer science degree just for the sake of taking a piece of paper, I don't think that's worth. This is my opinion. You should do this for just a starting point to do something else. Okay, your story is pretty inspiring. I really like your blogs.
Oh.
Kevin, have you talked about Twitter addiction yet? First of all, if this question is referred to me, I can stop using Twitter whenever I want. What about you, Yuri?
I'm addicted. 100%. I'm addicted.
Yeah, but I think that you are addicted at least in a good way. So I think that you are good addicted. But I think this will change in the future. So I'm pretty sure about that. But for now, it's going great. That's a future content. I don't know what's referred to. Hello, Kevin. Thanks for this live. Very interesting.
You're welcome.
Let's try. Yeah, Yuri, when will you follow me? So I don't think this is a good idea, but let's try. Let's try. I want to also make some not uncomfortable questions, so we get her used to this kind of strange questions.
Okay, I don't know. If you have good content, I'll follow you.
Yeah, I think that this is never a good idea to ask for people to follow you. Maybe you should, instead of doing something like that, maybe try to say something funny, try to catch attention. So this is my super, super honest opinion for you, Purvang. I like this one. Where your inspiration to start making content? Because you say that you were watching some accounts. So do you had some people who really inspired you, except me, of course?
Oh. Okay. Actually, so the few accounts that I saw the first 2 or 3 days, I remember it was Insha and Pratham.
Which Pratham? Which Pratham?
The one with the ebook.
They both have ebooks.
Oh.
Pratham Prasoon or Pratkum? The CSS.
Yeah,
the CSS guy. We met I think he's one of the few people that I had 2 times on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
I had him when he launched the ebook. By the way, I see Ayush Rawat as the best video on my YouTube channel. More than 5,000 views.
Oh,
thank you, Ayush. This is insane. Okay, so these were the 2. This is what to remember. Perfect. Something else? Can we go on? We have a lot of questions today. I see Vinay, Paul. Let's try this on. Have you thought about starting a YouTube channel and document your journey on this platform? This is super a great question, Martin. Thank you.
I've thought about it, but I'm camera shy. I don't like being on the camera. So I
This is
can't.
This is clearly an excuse because she's saying this in a YouTube live stream. So this is a lie, but let's pretend that this is true. That this is true.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So you say that one day you will make a YouTube channel. So we will wait for this every day. Perfect.
Every day. Okay.
I'll wait for this. Sorry, I just woke up.
Hi, V.
Hi, Yuri and Francesco. Okay, that's great. By the way,
Francesco.
but yeah, it's not a problem. Francesco, yeah, but real programmers, by the way, never sleep. Code with Polish. Hi, V. Welcome. You also wanted to live longer. Where is V? I can't see her.
You just tapped her.
Where is? It's this one.
Yeah.
I read the TUI. Okay. Have you been history and minor in computer information systems? I started programming really long time ago. It's nice to have different interests all in one. Yeah. Great. Hi, Francesco. Hi, Yuri bot.
Yuri bot?
Great.
Okay.
Make her try captcha to see if she's allowed. Okay. As you can see, I have a lot of trolls as audience, and I like that. A question for bot: what things would make a Twitter profile better and attractive? Pratik, would you like to go first, Yuri?
Sure. I think that one mistake beginners in Twitter do is add a lot of hashtags. You don't want to do that. It looks spammy. I used maximum 3 when I was starting. No more than 3. 2 or 3 was enough because otherwise it looks spammy. You want to have a picture of yourself because it creates more trust with followers, I guess, and good content, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, great. So since you have talked about the content itself, I can just say something, thinking out loud about the profile and the bio. So in my opinion, the first line of your bio should be why someone should follow you. Because I think, for example, also bigger accounts, they check people profiles. So they should have a reason to follow you. So I just say this. So just about think about that people that come on your profile, they want to see not just who you are. Okay, if you are a graduated, it's nice. If you do CSS, it's nice. But if you want maybe this tip, so one line. So what are you doing basically on Twitter? Yeah. Hi to the North Korean spy who hacked Twitter. But I think that you are not from North Korea, right?
No.
Yeah, there are 2 Koreas. Do you know that? Yuri, Vinay, please tell me a legitimate and doable way to grow on Twitter. If you have a legitimate way, by the way.
Is that the Vinay of our group chat?
I don't know. It could be, but it could also not be. I'm not sure.
Okay. If that's the Vinay from our group chat, stop using too many hashtags. That's like number 1 rule. And second, I think the most important though is engage. That's the most important. No matter what good content you create, people will stay for who you are. Like at first, people come for your content, like, oh, you write good blog posts, you write good threads, whatever. But eventually, they stay for who you are, for your personality. So engage with people, create relationship with your followers. They're still people. They're not bots behind a Twitter account. So engage.
Yeah, exactly. Lali, hi, Yuri.
Hi.
Hey, see, waiting for my day to be on this live. So I don't think you had exactly this live, so maybe another live. But anyway, usually 99% of the times it's me that I check someone if they can come on my stream. The best strategy, let's call this strategy tip, is to interact with me. Yeah, be honest with me. Also, maybe follow, but it's not a must. But this is a good. I think that we are here, Yuri, because we followed each other. We start interacting. This is one of the most important reasons. Yuri, are you sure you're not a bot? Let's settle this because otherwise people will keep spamming in this chat. So are you sure or not? By the way, I don't think that this answer will yeah, so you are not sure.
No.
Perfect. Okay. Nice. Have you ever visited India?
Oh, actually I have. I went to Bangalore in 2016, I think. Yeah, pretty good.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I should plan a very long trip to India. I think I'll stay a lot of time. I need to visit all my Indian followers, which is basically I don't think it's human possible, but I like to do hard challenges. We need the deepfake detections on YouTube. So okay, so I'm kidding. I know you are real, but at the end there is a smiley face at the end. So this could also be a joke. Great. How difficult is to transition to the tech industry with a non-engineering major?
Learning wise, not difficult. Just get on YouTube, type JavaScript, watch the tutorial, and start coding. That's all you have to do. But to get a job, I'm not experienced. I'm not too sure about how it works. But, if you have an online presence, like you're on Twitter and stuff, it could be a little bit easier. I follow some folks that got jobs through Twitter. So it all depends on, how you network, I guess.
Perfect. Thank you, by the way, to answer to so many questions. So we are having so many questions. I think I never had so many
so much fun. I'm having so much fun. I like
That's great.
I like interacting with people.
Perfect. This is why we're here. By the way, thank you so much. By the way, you look super natural in front of a camera. Just a little bit shy, just at the beginning. How do you plan? How do you plan your content? I'm trying to make a thread on a JS topic, but midway I feel it's very basic and people might not really get value from it. I just want to say that usually basic content works the best.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of beginners in tech Twitter.
Yeah, and usually, I think most of my best content, I say that maybe this is too basic. When you think it is too basic, maybe this is a very, very good sign, I think. Because there are some people that...
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that maybe it's basic for you, but it's not basic for someone. Maybe they are working on another. Maybe they don't even have an idea what development is. So it could be super valuable for them, I think.
Actually, I had the same problem when I was first joining Twitter. I was thinking about it for like a whole month, I think. I was like, should I join Twitter? Should I start networking? I want to start networking, but what would I post? I don't know shit. I don't know. I'm not an expert. I don't know what to write. But I think that, learning to program it's not easy. Like, it's very doable, but it's definitely not easy. There's many roadblocks people go through. And if you're going through a hard topic, there's probably 100 times people going through the same hard topic. So if you write, about what you found hard, even though if it's basic, someone will benefit from it. It doesn't matter how many people, but someone will. Someone definitely will.
Thank you. This is a great answer. And I think that, I don't know if this ever happened to you, but when you write a blog post, maybe after a couple of months, you go back on that post and say, "Oh, wrote this great post. Oh, it's me." So it's great because maybe you forget something.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we have another question. Yuri, what's your favorite resource for learning JavaScript?
For learning JavaScript, I really like Jonas Schmidtman. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Jonas JavaScript course in Udemy. I really like that one. Yeah, and right now I'm doing the Odin project. It has a very good curriculum to learn full stack JavaScript, but I feel like the content itself can be a little bit outdated. So I feel the learning gaps with YouTube videos or some Udemy courses, but the curriculum is really good for full stack JavaScript. Yeah.
Perfect. And by the way, you are super great at giving answers because you give short answers So this is great.
Oh, thank you.
Martin, I love that Yuri cracks up a lot. Okay, this is an example, living example. And by the way, she would be a great YouTuber.
Oh
So
my God.
a
Thank
plus
you.
one. Remember that every comment is one step further to make him start YouTube. So let's convince her. Let's not use
Oh my God.
hashtags, of course. Vinay, I think so. He's
In a group
him.
chat.
I don't use hashtags now. How I saw many people say that they get freelance clients on Twitter. How can it be possible? This is totally
Oh,
possible. Kunal, for example, I worked for FeedHive, Simon Heuberg, who has a great startup, and I found this connection on Twitter. This is an example. The role that I'm doing now as a developer advocate, I found the connection on Twitter, for example. Yeah, I don't know if you have any example of this or not, Yuri.
actually, I was wondering the same thing. Like, I always see big people, like big Twitter people, just posting like, "Oh my gosh, I got a job from Twitter." But I'm wondering the same, like how? Like how? I don't know. I'm wondering. I have the same question as you. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Francesco, have you done a live with the Jack Forge? Yes, I've done this, so you're not following me. Check the playlist because there is a great live stream with Jack Forge. Also he's drinking White Claw at 8 a.m. in the morning in the live stream.
Oh my God.
You are on topics every day. You are
Oh.
so. I don't like this, so let's talk about this. You are so lucky. So I don't know. Maybe he's just joking, but I don't really trust in luck, good luck. Maybe I trust in bad luck. So bad things could happen. But I think that if you're doing something, for example, as you have done, it can't be luck. So I'm not gonna judge you, Paul, but we can talk about this because it's not the first time that I see people saying to you, "You are so lucky," and that's it. So I think that she has put a lot of effort and her Twitter accounts. She made the right things, and here we are. So that's it. We will people are putting more questions that we can answer, but let's try. What's your thought about JavaScript and Python? So this is the hardest question that you can do. Kartik, you are putting a lot of effort in doing the hardest questions to Yuri. I remember this.
Start a freaking war in my profile. Honestly though, I think it's stupid. You know, they have different uses. Python's like good for backend, JavaScript is good for web. So why the fuck are you even comparing? I don't know. Just choose your language based on what you want to do and keep it moving. Don't fight. Keep that shit moving. Oh my gosh.
Nice. Okay, so this is also a test. If we don't get any problem in this video, I think so we can swear off this video. So Fahad, hey Francisco, who is she? Introduction. Yeah, I don't care anymore about that. Introduction, please. So I think So Yuri, would you like to reintroduce yourself, please? Because I'm sure that there are some people on this YouTube stream and maybe are still not following you. Fix this bug. We have the description and the link in the description. Wow, below. So can you repeat, please, a very brief introduction? Thank you.
I'm Yuri. I'm 22. I live in South Korea, and I'm starting to learn to program. I think the reason I'm in this live is because the sudden Twitter growth I had. It was very fast. I'm at 8K right now, and it's been like 2-3 weeks.
It's probably 9K. It's probably 9K now at the end of the stream, but okay. Hey Mina, thank you, Bob, for the questions. By the way, come to India. We will do this. Yuri will be a great YouTuber. Another step in the right direction. I think this is not Twitter. Nice reply. Okay. Let's go a little bit. Maybe questions, because, for example, I like to also get out a little bit out of tech. So we are open also to other kind of questions. So what kind of music do you like the most?
I mostly listen to R&B and rap. My favorite ones right now are Bryson Tiller. Oh, I actually like Nigerian music a lot. I listen to Burna Boy and Wizkid. I love Drake and Future. Yeah, that's about it.
Nice. And by the way, Jack Forge is in the house. I love Yuri, and now they are fighting because Kartik usually he says that he hates you, but now when Jack Forge says that he loves you, she is as looking for you, and people love Jack. Okay, so there is a lot of love in this. Okay. Let's see. This is one. Honestly, I got to know more tech Twitterers. So am I a Twitterer by following Yuri than following others? Even I got to know you, Francesco. Now, this is great. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this is great. It's great. It's great when you have a lot of connections. You start to also mix the people that are following you or the other direction. So this is great. This is great. Still don't believe. So I think I will never get out of these on these questions by the end of this live stream. So we need to make another one.
God. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, let's see. It was my struggle to get on topics. And no question how talented she is. She invested a lot of time on Twitter. Sorry, it was just out of her frustration. Twitter algorithms can put a toll on someone.
Don't worry about it.
But I think that at least maybe the algorithms they have some things that they need to set. But I think that if you focus more on people, like for example what we are doing now, we are more focused on people and less or maybe just say, oh, now I need to get at least 10 likes. It doesn't work like that. I think this is the case when you could get frustrated. So this is also why I usually say to don't expect too much. I have always low expectations. So keep going, Paul.
That's kind of funny that I didn't even know I was in topics. That's interesting. But I think that you just gotta interact with people, comment back, and you'll get engagement.
Yeah, and of course, thank you so much, Yuri, because you are really an example. You are really a model, because I always talk about extroverted, introverted people. For some people, maybe it's just a little bit easier to come out. They have maybe other problems, but for what I've seen for now, it's not that super easy for you. So you are exposing yourself. This is it's a mental effort. But of course, you get something back, because after you expose yourself, you put your face. I made a video about this. You have put your face on this, so it's not something that easy. And of course, also to talk in front of a camera is not something that we are used on the day one. So I think that you are also doing a great job also for videos. I needed like 6 months, 8 months to from the very first tweet until my very first video. So it took me a lot of time. So you're doing great. Yeah, it's stressful. We know that it's mentally a stressful activity, but in the end, I think it's coming out really great.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you like BTS? Who is your favorite member?
Okay. I get this question a lot actually in my comments. Like, have you met BTS and stuff like that? Actually, I don't know. I don't know them. I don't know their names. I don't know what they look like. I'm not into K-pop.
Yeah, but I think I'm not a super expert about this, but maybe I know what he's talking about. But if you live in Korea, it doesn't mean, because I think they are from Korea, right?
Who? Oh yeah.
BTS. Okay.
Yeah.
Kartik is really on a roll today. Kartik, you have taken out your moderator role and you are doing a great job. There are many platforms for writing blogs, but you use Hashnote. Do you have any reason behind that?
Okay, so first I got introduced to Dev2, but I learned Hashnote because it's like popping right now. Everyone's using Hashnote. So I was like, you know what? I'll learn this because it's more developer focused as well. And I like that. You know how Medium tends to like branch out to other topics as well, but I'm not into that. I'm just into tech. So I think Hashnote is very good. Also, I like how you don't have to pay, because I know Medium and Dev2, you have to pay a fee for something, I think, to change certain stuff. So Hashnote is free. It's pretty developer focused and it's nice to use. It's easy to learn. I learned it in a day. So if I can learn it, you can learn it.
Yeah, me too. I've used that. I don't know if have you used a custom domain or not?
No, I'm poor.
Okay, so remember that there is buy me a coffee in the description, in the link, the description below. Come on, let's help her. I need to do something about this. I think that I'll take. Okay, so I'll take a question by Mina. Thank you, Mina, by the way. So what would you suggest for new buys in Twitter Spaces? For example, what's your experience with Twitter Space? I've done them kind of a lot. Last one was about women in tech. So what's your experience with Twitter Spaces? Have you ever hosted one?
No, I joined the first time to yours yesterday. I didn't know what the hell it was. That was my first time. And I guess it's pretty much like Clubhouse. So actually, I think I like Twitter Space more because you don't have to show your face. I did my makeup for like 1 hour and a half for this. I don't have to do my makeup for Twitter Space.
Yes, like for example, you should do or you have done for this live stream, for example. Yeah, yeah, this is great. Let me read this. Hey Francesco, who is the guy on the right with the green screen? I don't see any guy with a green screen on the right. Maybe you are in the wrong place. Sorry. Okay. Let's take another question from Mina. By the way, she's really great at making questions. So, what are your strengths that you observed in Twitter? So, not just about your account, maybe, but also about maybe other accounts. I can also reply to this if you want. But which are the most strengths that you have seen in some Twitter accounts?
Strength.
Strength.
I think people engaging have a lot of power. Well, I'm not saying power like, oh, you get a lot of followers, but you're actually making a community. You can, with only a Twitter account, you're making your own community. You're letting know people about what you're doing, and you're knowing about what they do. You're interacting with people. I think that's the most valuable thing people are doing in Twitter. And it's crazy because it's all over the world. I'm like talking to like, I don't know, like people in Europe like you right now. That's how, like, that's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, we just have to fight the time zones, but apart of that, it's great. It's great. Okay, yeah. For me, I just to make a very fast reply. For me, if you want to really grow in some ways, if you want to grow, of course, you need to be unique in something. So you need to be, I don't know, like the person who does this, for example, this could be your TTT or something else. So you should be that person. So people will follow you for that specific reason. So this is my advice. It's not easy.
Yeah.
Took me
actually, Danny told me that too. When I called Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me like you gotta have a brand, like something that represents you.
Yeah, and of course this is not easy. For example, for me, it took me like some months, almost 1 year. Before I was not just posting about Docker and other stuff, posting more random stuff, for example. So after a while, you should choose something, and I think the less, the better. Because if you post about too many different topics, it's hard.
Totally.
Kartik again, you are the question master. Thank you, Kartik, by the way. Thank you for your interview, of course. Do you have side projects or hobbies now or in the past?
Okay, I'm not working on any projects right now. I'm just learning and solving problems. I'm focusing on my problem solving skills right now. And hobbies, actually, I used to love to club a lot. There was a point I used to do it every single day, and that got tiring. So right now, coding is my hobby. That's all I do in my free time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect. Are you interested in UI UX design?
Actually, yeah. Like I didn't really know about it before I joined Twitter, but oh my gosh, Twitter is like split like 90% front end and like UI UX. And ever since I saw that, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to learn it now. People are doing so many cool things with Figma. I want to learn it. Yeah.
I think that there are some very good tutorials about Figma. Do you have any dev portfolio site?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. But I think that Hashnote, for example, is good. Just you can almost use that as a portfolio. By the way, I had a portfolio in the past, but for now, for example, I don't have an official portfolio. I should do that probably. What's your life like in a day? Apart replying on Twitter DMs, I think. So the rest. Joking, of course.
I wake up every day at 7. I go work out, eat breakfast, and then I do Twitter for like 2 hours, I think. And then I start doing my schoolwork all day. And then in meantime, like in breaks, I check Twitter, I reply to people. And recently, I go to sleep super early, like at 9 or 10. But because of Twitter, I've been sleeping like at 2 a.m., just replying and talking.
It's great. But I think it's great also, to after a while maybe to find some balance in this.
Yeah.
But for now, we are doing great. So how do you deal with people who are jealous of your growth? And we have an example
Oh,
here.
wow.
Yeah, jealous of growth.
I think I've experienced that. I felt like there was people who were a little bit passive aggressive about my growth, but it's not a big deal. Just let them be. Ignore them. Yeah, as long as they're not being an asshole. If they're being an asshole, go ahead.
But I think this is kind of natural, and this has nothing to do with you, Yuri. They're just jealous of people who just grow, and they are not. So maybe, I don't know, like someone targeted them and put on them, I don't know, like a black mark. So this is the reason why they don't grow.
Or maybe,
no, I mean, or maybe you are not growing because you make these mean comments. This could be a reason, maybe.
Yeah. But I have a thing. I have a lot of DMs of random people telling me they love me and shit, but I respond to DMs related to tech and asking me for advice. So if you want to know some tips about growing or something like that, you can DM me. I'll respond. I'll help you. Yeah.
Thank you. This is really great from you. Let's see, Karti. What's your thought about bullying?
He's putting me on the hotspot. I bully him all the time. So I think it's really bad except for him. It's okay to bully Karthik.
Okay, so except Karthik, we're joking, by the way. We are friends. Just a disclaimer. Even I want to know about your thoughts. Okay, so we want to know. So maybe they want to know a little bit more, but I think it's okay. Who is Rosie Cho? Do you know?
That's my real life friend. She's like non-tech, but
this is great.
I showed her the link because she wanted to join the live stream.
Nice. Yes, we could make a Korean event because I had this question. I'm saying this again. I hate you, of course, Karti. You hate and love everyone. I have this question because I think I have the answer. But for example, I think you are the only person from Korea who has been connected with me. So you have talked a little bit about the language. So why do you think, for example, people in Korea? Because I think that in Korea there are a lot of developers, or not? Because you love computers. You are world famous as pro video gamers. I know that. I followed some a lot of live streams, events, League of Legends, something like that. So I know. I'll come there one day. By the way, this is a promise. So what about Korean developers on Twitter? and Asian in general. Also, this could, I don't know if this could also be applied to Japanese and other people. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of developers in Korea, but I think, and they use Twitter. I've seen, like, when I first joined Twitter, my Twitter was in Korean. Everyone was Korean, commenting Korean. There's like developer hashtags and stuff. But since, it's a language change, they're not tweeting in English. So I think because of that, they're not, interacting with us. They're interacting with their own language, like with other Korean people. Yeah.
Yeah. So, for example, your choice to use English, is this related to something special, or I don't know? You just started using English and you kept using English.
Oh no, I'm not fluent with Korean. I know English more.
Okay, perfect. Let's see. Are you feeling a bit burnout after this wild journey so far? By the way, it has been kind of short, I think, journey. This is a compliment, of course. So, but what is your feeling about this journey so far?
Okay, I do get, well, I don't get burned out. I was burned out for like the past a year. So, but I came back motivated into tech. So I wasn't burnout, but I found what I love, which is programming. So I don't really get burned out with learning to code, but I get so tired and so mad sometimes that I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't do this shit anymore, and just take a break for a day. But I don't think it's burnout. Even though I'm having hard times and I'm stuck, I still love it. Yeah, I still like doing it.
Yeah, I don't know if this was related in some ways also to your Twitter journey. So maybe it's related to maybe that you stayed maybe on Twitter, maybe some hours. So maybe this could also be related to that.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's how I got this question.
yeah, I don't get burned out by Twitter, but I do get tired. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's
Yeah,
a bit tedious.
yeah, I think we made another call and we talked about like you are taking, I think, Twitter like a game. For example, I when I was playing computer, I stayed a lot of hours in front of that, but I think it's way more useful. So yeah, this could also be. Yeah, what's no code and what's your thought about no code?
I've seen people tweet about it, but I haven't looked into it. I don't know what no code is. Honestly.
Let me try to explain. I'm not 100% sure, but I think a no code is a solution when you create and or build an application without the needing to actually coding. So there are some tools which helps you to create something without writing, I don't know, like JavaScript code or HTML code. So, but of course, after a while, you should pay for something. So solutions when you don't build the code yourself. So something like that.
So are you talking about like writing it down like pseudocode?
I'm not super expert about this, but I think it's more about like solutions when you just I don't know, like put something with boxes, but you don't actually code.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. I'm
And I
so
think
sorry.
I think there are also some like low code. I think Anya made something about this. Anya Kubov, some low code solutions, like when you code just a little bit, so something like that. Yeah, more like drag and drop. I think that honestly, this has some limitations. From my experience, after a while, you need either pay a lot of money or you need to code that anyway. So, have you met any Indian in Korea? In Korea, ever?
Indian? No. I haven't seen many Indian people here. Yeah.
I think I met some Indian people here in Italy. Maybe not many coders. Maybe just people who say that they're from India. While replying, mentioning people's name to whom you are replying makes them feel kinda honored. One of the reasons why people engage so much with your tweets. This is something, for example, this is something that I also do when I have time. Pratik. Yeah. Yeah, this is great. Agree. Kartik is really on a roll today. Kartik, who introduced you to coding? I thought you are pursuing an architect degree.
Nobody introduced me to coding. As I said, it was just random YouTube video. Yeah, I was trying to get rid of that YouTube video. It was in my feed for the longest time. I was like, what the fuck? I don't want to see this anymore.
Do you know there exist job roles which are dynamic, which involve both UI, UX design, and front end?
Do you think? Yeah. I think I see it all the time on Twitter.
Yeah,
like every day.
I think they exist. They exist.
Yeah.
But I think in the end you should always check, because I think a lot of times they offer some kind of jobs, and in the end you just center some div in the end.
Oh my gosh.
I think no code means some raw code for you. So by drag and drop, you don't need to code. It's modern day CMS. Yeah, some solutions like that. But I don't know if they are gonna. Yeah. Oh, I love this. This is a great one, Palash. The way we have passed 1 hour, so I think that in 5 minutes we have to go because I have another call in 20 minutes.
Okay.
What do you like the most about coding?
I like the feeling when you solve a problem after being stuck. That's the best feeling ever. You feel so smart and you can do everything. Yeah. That's my favorite part.
I was just typing, if you and in 10 minutes. So if you have any question, this is the time, now or never. I'm having a hard time managing my 400 followers account, and I'm already feeling that burnout. Well, you are truly inspirational, Yuri. Keep rocking it. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, for example, for me, it was slower, so I had time to understand what's going on. And in your case, I think it's harder.
Yeah.
Where will we find you on a Saturday morning at 5 a.m.? Don't reply to this, otherwise you will find Kartik. You find Kartik there, I think, on the next Saturday. So be generic. Don't say a specific address, please.
Well, I'm at home just coding. I leave weekends. I used to go out on weekends, but now I just stay home just working, coding, and learning.
What's your ideal Friday night, and why on Twitter? No, and why is it starting at Twitter?
Staring at Twitter?
Why is it staring at Twitter? Okay, so what's your ideal Friday, and why is it staring at Twitter? I think she's kind of active. She's not just staring.
I'm really active, yeah. I'm tired of going out. I went out too much. I'm old. I need to stay home, do my thing. Yeah.
Wait 10 years and then reply. Then say me if you feel old. How did you improve your coding skills?
Actually, I'm working on this right now because I tend to not code a lot. I tend to look at tutorials, read a lot. I love reading, but
nice.
You improve your coding skills by coding. That's all you have to do. Just code. Hit walls. Find out what the hell is happening. Just code.
Yeah, by the way, of course, let's say the 21 ain't old. Yeah, probably it's old for a 10 years old, maybe. Yeah, I remember once an 8 years old said, "Oh, that person is 18 is old." Something like that. So this is the proof that everything is relative in life.
Yeah.
When we can expect a Linux sub? Let's see. I don't know if he's talking about this live stream, but let's see. So Yuri, thank you so much. I think this has been also kind of long, so we will make another episode soon.
Okay.
Can't wait to join your Twitter Spaces, of course, if you have some ideas. So let's usually in the end I ask about a final message, especially for people who are just getting started on development and also on social media if you want. So let's help them to just if you have something to tell to them, please.
People keep asking me how to keep going, but I just tell them every time, like, don't give up. And it's super cliche. I hate when people tell me that because it's super cliche, but I think it's true. I think 50% of the time I'm learning to code, I want to give up and not do this shit anymore. But it's very rewarding. When you solve that bug, when you solve that problem, it's so rewarding. It feels so good. So just don't give up and just do it. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Yuri. By the way, please check her links in the description below. There are 3 links. One is, I can't remember, but one is Twitter and one is buy her a coffee. So do that. Check that link, please. Let's make a sense on this live stream, please. So really, best luck, Yuri. It has been really a pleasure to talk with you. I think we made already 3 video calls. So this is we are having good times. There is also this mosquito in this live stream. Yeah, so Yuri, really best luck on Twitter and also on your development journey. You made everything right on Twitter. Keep sharing your content. I know that it's kind of a mental stress. So so that's it. Bye, everybody. I see a lot of people.
Oh, wait.
Let's see.
I want to take a screenshot.
Go that.
Wait, can we take a screenshot with the comments? Oh.
You can just
okay. Actually,
just smile. They say that I look like a serial killer. Okay, this is great. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Kartik, for all your questions. Change the bio product.
Oh my God.
Do that. Come on. Okay, perfect. Bye. This has been really great. Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Thank you for having me, Francesco.
Please stay 2 minutes, Yuri. Don't leave this call. Bye. Wait a second.